What's this? Where did the saucer technology? Well, it was channeled. A lot of this technology, when it was discovered, all of this was transferred to the Skunk Works, to General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin, all these other corporations. The Aurora spacecraft, or the Model Ts now, they got stuff that can go sublight and beyond the speed of light. They got stuff that you can't even imagine. All of this stuff is real. And I know I've talked to the pilots, I talked to engineers that actually work on the Aurora spacecraft. They travel from 5 to 12 Mach. Then they see the speed of 17,000 miles an hour to leave Earth. And then they go sublight. Sublight speed to the moon. Okay? Mind control technologies, HARP, ELF, scalar weapons. They use these in Fallujah and Najaf. They even had a thing called a SWORD, which is an operational robot that if you didn't have your dog tags, they lock on your thermal signal and they kill you, women and children, with both lethal and non-lethal weapons. Of course, it's lethal if you die, but they call it non-lethal because you might not. They're putting in Britain a thing called these Tetris tower systems that are going to be able to lock on with your cell phones and your national ID. They're going to force the British to have so they can hit you with a microwave weapon, and the British are masters at microwave death. The British have killed more people with microwave death, and I can guarantee you that this Litvinenko was a knockoff by the British, because they've been trying to overthrow the Russians, because the Rothschilds that are based in London are not exactly happy with Mr. Vladimir Putin. Mr. Putin has said, I'm a Russian, and I believe that we want to have a Russian empire again. So it is an empire of clay and iron, which is why my website is called Clay and Iron, because it has strong parts and weak parts. It is the last secularis empire, the last secular empire of our world. And religion is secular because it doesn't face the reality of what we are as a being. We have cell phones like the Nokia system with directed energy to affect our minds, affect our bodies. They can cause heart attacks and strokes. Here's a picture of the main Vatican Library. That's the one above the catacombs. I know the people that were right there in Roswell. Actually transferred the bodies. Saw the technology. Saw the bars made of metal that didn't exist. Sorry, people might say, he's a nut talking about this. I don't care. I happen to be a cosmic, messianic Christian, which means I know that my God, which is a God of a billion galaxies and a billion worlds beyond the scope of anything, cares about me and about you. He's that great. And I say he, and the reason why is I don't say because of a sex, male or female, I say he because maleness means separate from the creation itself. God is beyond the creation and above the creation and looks down upon it and is beyond time and space and all dimensions. And disinformation programs are the smoke of a fire of lies and hide the true nature of contacts, all the contacts. Trickle down of release technologies from above government and transnational corporations, reverse engineering to military, and eventually distant partial civilian release. The technologies that we have is a faint shadow of the reality of what we really do have.